There's Libby. Yay! Cindy's on. That's wonderful. Gloria's on from California. How are the fires? You know, they somehow are out of the news. How can they be out of the news ever? Right? Well, maybe it's me not watching the news, though. So, all right. Oh, working on her embroidery elegance. That's wonderful. Yeah. So I'm back to teach IQ designer again. I was feeling bad because our Radiance owners and the Avenir owners don't have IQ designer, but by all indications, they are going to have it by next week, right? So, well, next week. So we heard the brothers said that it was going to be the week of the 20th. Baby Lock said he just, and I maybe he was just using general terms and don't take his word for it, but he said the latter part of January. So to me, when somebody says that, they mean like January 29th, right? Maybe even the 30th or the 31st. So yeah, so I but I think, we have so many people that are buying the pre-owned Solarises and Luminaire, and there's lots of people fresh and new with it. So I want to show them something fun to do. And we have this panel, and I was going to use this one as my panel that I was going to put in the Christmas box, but I thought, well, then we found the Star of Wonder panel and we really liked it. Yours will not come with this piece missing. So that's mine, and that's the one that I decided to do. Home is where the heart is. So I really like this panel, and I thought, we like to give little gifts. So I thought we could turn this into a little pillow or a little wall hanging, that we would hang up with those wire hangers. And there's so many different ones. It's love is patient, love is kind. That's a really good one. And then home is where the heart is. And what does this one say? Family is where life begins and love never ends, right there. Okay. In our home, let love abide. Bless all those who step inside. Oh, that one's really nice, isn't it? Life is a beautiful ride with a bike. And then home sweet home, and then it's repeated on the bottom. So you end up getting 12 panels, 12 projects. You only have to put it in IQ Designer once. So with the Star of Wonder panel, pretty much every block was a different size. So Tommy had to do every single one of the blocks separately. But this one is much easier because you only have to put it in one time. So Baby Lock Helpline told Louise the week of the 20th. So we're shooting for next week, right? That would be wonderful. Yeah, that would be absolutely wonderful. Okay, so I had to first decide what to do. Oh, by the way, they did post the instructions. I didn't get to complete it because I didn't sew it out yet. I'm going to sew it out here with you. So, so I have all my steps, but at first it's easier if you say, okay, what do I have to do? Okay, so I'm looking at my panel, and the first thing that I like to do is I like to tack down my fusible fleece, and I'm following Tommy's footsteps with tacking down the fusible fleece a little bit smaller than the fabric. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and so first step is tacking down my fusible fleece. Okay, second step. Now it wasn't like I had these all figured out ahead of time. I totally forgot some steps, and I had to put them in. So I try to write down every steps, but there's always things I forget. And then once I get started, I go, oh, I forgot to I actually forgot the candle wicking, which is what covers the raw edge, so I'll put those in, I'll go back. And so hopefully I have yours right. And yeah, the panel. Oh, okay. We probably should just sell the panel. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll try to get the panel in there. Yeah. So Oh, I don't know anything about Sharon's daughter. I hope everything's okay. Our Kathy is not doing okay. Kathy Volpe, our Kimberbella. Everybody has to stop and say a prayer. Her husband, who works out of town all the time, she is flying down there because they think he needs heart surgery. And I said, "Oh, he's flying. She's flying down to bring him home." No, no, she's flying down to be with him for the surgery. So we don't have any details, but they have been together. I mean, she's only like, I don't know, I think it's 62. He was 21 when they married. Okay. She, I think, was 17 when they married. So they have been together a long, 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 long time. So, and he's just as much fun as she is. So, yeah, so we got to say prayers for her. That's absolutely terrible, isn't it? So I heard from Joni. She says Mara with her ribs is doing better, but both boys have they're sick. They're fevers, coughs, colds, everything. So I don't know what Joni's. I think she should. I would love her to be back. Love her to be back, but I just have a feeling her daughter would have a hard time taking care of them with broken ribs, right? Because yeah, so yeah, so yep, everybody needs prayers. So okay, now, okay, so what I have to do first. So decide what so I wanted to decide how big I wanted this to be. And so I measured it and I had my ruler right here. Here's our one of our rulers from last night, our favorite rulers. So I thought, okay, it would have looked really cute, right? If I left these little dots in there, right? Because look at the ribbon that you're going to get with the kit. It matches it and it would have looked really cute, but that would be hard. So you're going to do it my way, the easy way, and then we'll maybe try it on our own and do it the hard way. So, okay. The other thing that I was a little bit worried about with this is panels are never printed straight. You know, like if I position this line here, let that at the corner right there. Okay. So there, this one's at that corner. Look where this corner is, like a 1/4 inch away. So they do recommend that you pull it on the bias and steam it and try to get it straight. So that's what would have made it really hard to do and leave the dots in, because see, I don't have very much. So I decided this is too much work. I want to go easy, so we're going to do it the easy way. Let's see if oh, I did improve it. Definitely, it's definitely improved. So that's how you straighten the panels out, because they're never printed straight, right? Does anybody find a certain brand that where they're printed straight? Okay, so I decided to do it the easy way. And I'm looking with my ruler and I looked at all the panels and there's a little bit of a border around. And so I thought, okay, it's like 5 1/8. And I was going to go easy on myself. Ooh, this is where I'm worried though. Let me see if I could do it there. And I went 4.8. So that would be 4 7/8. And I think I'm okay. So I'd be in the black. None of my letters will be cut off. So I wrote down 4.8 wide. Okay. And then check my length. I'm going to still do it within the black. And it is exactly like 7 5/8, but that would be really hard. So I kind of moved my ruler and I went, okay, okay, there's a lot of black on the top and the bottom. So I said 7.25. Okay. So that's what I wrote down, the 4.8 and the 7.25. Okay, now how wide do I want my borders? So I looked at it and I don't know why I did it like this, but I went, okay, 1 1/4. Oh, I think that's a little too wide. 1 inch, that's too narrow. So I said, okay, I think I like 1 1/8. I decided 1 1/8. So what I did at first is I added 1 1/8 to those two dimensions, but no, you need to add 1 1/8 on this side and 1 1/8 on this side. So 2 1/4. So 4.8 plus 225. Oh my goodness, I need my calculator. Let me go get this. Okay. I put my phone way over here so I wouldn't be tempted to look at any pictures that come through. My daughter and my daughter-in-law send me tons of pictures all day long, and I just love it. Don't you? I mean, it's so wonderful to be able to communicate. Okay, so 4.8 plus 2.25 for the border, that's 7.05. I'm going to say that's 7. I'm not going to worry about the 05. Okay, so the other one was 7.25. And remember, 2 plus 2.25 is 9.5. So I'm going to want those dimensions. I want that 4.8 dimension and the 7.25. I want this one, the 7-inch, and the 9.5. Okay, so that's what I got to figure out. But I also thought I want to do it Tommy's way. So Tommy's way, when he bastes down the batting, he always puts it in a little bit smaller than the fabric. So then it's really easy to turn it. So the way I've always been doing it is I tack down my batting at the exact same spot that I tack down my fabric, and that means when I turn it right side out, it's kind of hard to turn. So we're going to try to do it Tommy's way this time. So okay, all right, so I think I am ready. So okay, so you know that John posted, or did you, Kate, post? Yeah, okay. John posted the instructions, what I have so far. I'm hoping they're correct. I'm going to have a pen handy so I can show you, I can make corrections in case I missed a step. You know, sometimes while I'm doing it, I go, line properties, blah, 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 and then I go, oh, I forgot to type that. And I go back and type it, and then I miss a step. So hopefully I didn't miss any steps. Okay. All right. Yeah, God. Yeah. Oh, Joni's daughter fell inside the house on the steps, and she broke a couple ribs. Yeah, and one of them was a bad break. It was all the way through, so not a crack. Yeah, so poor thing. And she was really upset because she just got a new job. So she started out helping out at the nursery school. She is like the Pied Piper. Kids love her. Okay, and she was a helper at the nursery school, and then they asked her to be kind of a permanent helper at the nursery school. And while she's laying there with her broke, she was so disappointed because she couldn't go to work because, you know, it's a new position for her. And here they called her and they offered her a teaching position for next year. So that really lifted her spirits. Yeah, so all right. Okay, so I'm going to take my numbers over to the machine. And I'm not going to put my hoop in yet because I want to show you what happened and what I was thinking. So I was thinking that this was going to fit in the 9.5 by 9.5 hoop, but it doesn't. Okay. All right. So I got my instructions. I got my numbers. And so we're just going to go on the screen. I think, okay, this is the wrong one. Okay, so I have my mouse, and I love using a mouse. For me, it's just so much easier than pressing with my fingers. And also when I'm teaching, I like using the mouse because I don't block your view of the screen. Okay, so we made those measurements. So, and then I wrote down, what do I need to do? So I need to tack down my batting a little smaller than the fabric. I need, and I'm going to hold my paper up here just so you can see. I need a placement line for the inside opening, tacked down. So I need a tack down stitch for the batting. Then I need a placement line for the little panel. Then I need to tack down the panel. Then I need to lay a piece of fabric over it and tack down the fabric I'm going to use as a border in the inside opening. Tack down for the outer part of the border fabric. I want to go back and fill it with a fancy fill because we love our fancy fills. And then I'll have a raw edge at that point on the inside. So I needed to cover that with candle wicking or satin stitching. And then I need to tack down when I sew my backing. So, and like I said, as I was planning this, I probably only had 4 steps. And I went, oh, I forgot when do I put fancy? So I kept going back up and typing it. So I did the work for you, but don't think this comes to me on the first try. It takes a while to do it. So I don't want you to get discouraged as you're trying to do it. Okay. Now, the first step I wanted you to go into, because my machine wasn't set up the way I liked. So I went into settings, which is that piece of paper at the very top, and I'm on page 8 of 13. Okay. And I had the grid on. Okay. I'm going to just, okay, go into my design center. See, the grid is on. I didn't want that. And so I'm going to go to 8 of 13 and no grid. I don't like anything, but you might want to have those lines there in case you want to line something up. And then the other thing I like to do is go into settings, page 9 of 13, and mine was in millimeters and I like inches. So whatever you like, but I like inches, and I'm going to follow inches today. And while I was here, I do like it to have name of color. So instead of having a color number, I like it to say light green or fuchsia, or I like it to be like that. So now those of you that are getting the Avenir and the Radiance, you're going to want to have color numbers come up, especially for picture play. So, because, when you do a photo and you need to get skin tones and fur tones, you're going to want to use the exact colors that the machine tells you to. So, we'll get into that later. Hopefully, next week, we'll be getting that update, the 1.03 update, and we'll all be moving and we'll get to start doing some more things in IQ Designer and my design center. So I can't wait. Okay, so I'm just going to press OK. Now, okay, so the first thing I did on step A is tack down for the batting. And I have my numbers here. And I decided that the outer was going to be 7 inches. And I want my batting to be a little smaller. So I just went, okay, 6.8 instead of 7. And then instead of 9.5, 9.3. So I just jotted down those numbers. So first thing I'm going to do is go into shapes. So that was the circle and square. I'm going to go home again and show you. So my design center or IQ Designer. Then we're going to go into shapes, the square, which is 01, the square, okay. I need to tell it what size. So click on size. And I'm going to remember this is going to be the tack down for the batting, the very first step. So I'm going to go to my keypad and tell it the height, 9.3. 9.3 set and 6.8 set. So just a little smaller than what I want the little wall hanging or pillow to end up being. Then, okay. Line properties. So I have to tell it. So right now it's going to sew it out as a zigzag and I want straight stitch. So line properties, straight stitch. So you have all these different options and even more hidden under this flower button. So there's even more options there. So here we'll just say, okay. And I'll go, and I want straight stitch, red, and okay. Now I have to click on that line to turn it red, but right now it's not highlighted. So click on the bucket. So click on line bucket, then click on the line to turn it red. Then I'm not sure if I'm going to need this size again, but I always like to save everything. So I'm going to go memory, save on the machine. So I've got that one. Now click on next. So next, this is where I tell it the stitch length. And it's at a default of 0.080 inches, which, that's the thing on stitch length. We're used to it in millimeters. And so I just know from doing it and from switching back from millimeters to inches that this is 2.0. And so it's fine. It's just going to tack down my batting. So that's good. So press set. So I'm on step 15, set, and okay. This, I wish it said, did you save that shape you just did? If not, you better go back and save it. So it says converted to embroidery pattern in my design center. So no, just don't even read that. Just say, oops, did I save it? If you didn't save it, you're going to cancel and go memory save on machine again. So, okay. And I do that often. Okay, so there is my tack down for my batting. What's my next step? I need a placement line for the to tack down my panel. So I'm calling it also the inside opening. So I need a tack down. And we measured it. And okay, so I am going to go add. I have to go back into IQ Designer. If I put all these steps in at once, the machine is going to decide what order it wants to sew it, and it's not going to sew it in the right order that you want. And so every step of the way, you've got to go all the way into embroidery. So right now, I am in embroidery. So I need to go add my design center or IQ designer, the shapes again. So the circle and the square shapes. And now we are on step 20. And I'm going to select O1, the square again, and OK. Now, this time, remember, we measured it, and I came up with 4.8 by 7.25. So we're going to go size and click on the keypad or use your arrow buttons. It's going to do the height first. So I want it 7.25 set, then 4.8 set. Okay, then okay. Again, I have to tell it I wanted to sew it out. So it's going to do a placement line. I just want to sew it in straight stitch. So line properties, straight stitch, this time green. I'm going to pick a bright green, don't pick any of the dark colors because they all appear black on the screen. Pick like this medium range right here. Don't pick anything too light like these pastels because you won't be able to see them on the screen. So green, then okay. Line bucket, click on the line to turn it green. So just take your mouse, click right on that line. I can see that it's green. Okay, am I going to need this again? Maybe. I'm not positive, but maybe. So I'm going to go down to memory and save on the machine. So I have my green. So far, I have a red rectangle that tacked down the batting. I have a green rectangle that did my placement line for my little panel. I need to use the green again to tack down my panel, and I need the green again to sew the opening of the border fabric. So I actually need the green 3 times. All right, so click on next. Here's where we tell it the stitch length. It's just doing a straight stitch, so this 0.080 is fine. So click on set, then okay. We memorized it, right? I pressed memory, save on the machine. Okay, so I need 3 of these. I don't need to go back into IQ Designer or my design center to do this. I can, right now, it is selected. If you're not sure what is selected, click on it and that will select it. Then go up to edit and copy it. So right below rotate is the copy button, which I understand on the Radiance and the Avenir, when I rest my mouse on these buttons, the name of the button is going to come up. It's going to change our lives, don't you think? So here is the copy button. So it's just a solid square with a dotted square. So copy. Now see, it's offset. So I have to go to move, because that's where my centering button is. So watch those 2 lines. Watch the green and the red here. Click on center, and they're one on top of each other. So I went move, center, Oh, here's one I forgot. So right after step number 38, we're going to write in okay. And then okay, then edit again, because remember I need 3 of them. Edit again, click on that green, and then, oh, press edit, copy. It's offset again. When you make copies, I guess so that you know that you have 2 of them, but it always does it a little offset. So move, center it, get it one on top of the other. Now, step 43 is okay. So what I did next to 38 is I just put the word okay. So I'm not going to renumber these or retype it. Okay. So now I need to add. So what do I need to do? And I was getting all mixed up. So that's why I went to my paper and I went, okay, step A was my tack down. And you'll see on my paper, oh no, I didn't label A. But once I got to like C, tack down for panel, tack down for border fabric inside opening, that was D. And then E, tack down for outer border. So that's why I have those letters there, just to remind me. Okay, so I did those. So now add, and that's my design center, shapes, so there's my circle and my square again, the square again, okay. Now the size. So the size, so this is, I want to tack down, my step E was tack down the outer border. And I jotted down those numbers too, so I could remember, because I couldn't, I have to write everything down. So I had notes. So it was add, and it's E, and I went into my design center. I did the shapes, the square, then I clicked on size, step 49, then 50 was the size. And I went to the keypad. I could have used, so I could have used these arrows and done it. But if you do have the upgrade on your machine to give you this keypad, it's just so much faster. So now I'm at 9.5 set, then 7-inch tall, 7 set. Okay, then I'm going to click on OK. Line properties. I want straight stitch again. So here's my options. So I've got zigzag, straight stitch, and they're showing 2 rows. Straight stitch, but this is the bean stitch, so it goes over 3 times. So this is the one I want you to do, the straight stitch. Blue, and again, pick something that's really going to show. So maybe I'll do that one. If I go navy blue, it's going to appear black. So, okay. Line bucket. So here's my bucket. Line bucket. Click on that black line to turn it blue. It was hard to see, but I do see that it is blue. Then I might need this again. Memory, save on the machine. So I also wrote on your paper, so you'll see on the paper next to 58, I put blue, which is the biggest rectangle, because I need to remember that for later. Okay, next. So what do I need now? Okay, so I just did E, the tack down for the outer border. I haven't done the fancy fill. I haven't done the candle wicking to cover my raw edge once I trim away that inside rectangle. And I haven't tacked my backing down. I want to do the fancy fill, because if there's raw edges, I want the candle wicking to cover that up. So, okay, so I did save that. Okay, right? I am in, no, click on the memory, save on the machine. So, okay, then I press set. Oh, click on the line to turn it blue. Memory save on the machine. The next step should have been, so 58 should have been set. So it should be memory save on the machine, then set. So maybe I will try to correct. But no, I'll do, I'm not going to change the numbers, but I'm going to type in these words. So when you go to get this later, you will see the word set typed in there. Okay, so set down here in the corner, and then okay. I'm in embroidery. This is okay, set okay. Set okay. Oh, there we are. Oh, there's set okay. You know what? I don't think I need a next in there. I'm going to have to go over it later. Maybe I did press next and I forget. Because look at steps 60 and 61 are the set and okay. So I think I was all right. I'll go over it later and check. Okay. And they're probably telling me what I'm forgetting on the screen, right, Kate? So you can let me know. Okay. So now I have to add, and I have step F, fancy fill. Okay, so I've add F. So add my design center and IQ designer, pocket with the arrow pointing out. All right, I want the blue rectangle. Here's my blue rectangle. So I want the outer rectangle. Okay. And then again, pocket with the arrow pointing out. And I want the green rectangle. And okay. Then I don't want it to sew those lines. So let's go into line properties and tell it I don't want it to sew it. No sew. All right. Okay. Line bucket. It's going to be hard to see, but we're going to click on that blue line. It's going to turn it gray. Click on the green line. It turns it gray. If you're not sure, I mean, I can see that they're all gray now, but if you click on it again, it will give you an error, a little error sound saying you already did that, so you're okay. So we did the no sew. Now, okay, now we're going to fill properties. So we're on step 74. Fill properties. Now, you know that you can get in there by pressing the paper. And I think if you're new at this, it's just easier to press a paper, but you can get into fill properties by clicking on the fill. All right, so get in there same way. So fill properties, fancy fills. That's this circle fill button. Select, and it shows you all the fills that are built in. So you can pick a fill pattern that you have built into your machine, and there are so many gorgeous ones. You know, I keep saying I want to meet the person who designed the fancy fills because they're a genius and they're unbelievably creative. But what's really neat is we can add more fancy fills to our machines. So Baby Lock has come out with a whole bunch of design suites, and they work on the Brother machines too. So if you want to do, I have this one in. This is one of the new ones. It is the Azandra Shaw collection number 2. And we're going to be showing you these later. But so if I go into custom, I already have the flash drive in. So I go custom, and I have it on step 77. Custom, pocket with the arrow, collection. So it's like images, but this is collection. Then fills, pick a fill. And so let's see, she has all kinds of things. I was kind of playing, oh, look, is that a penguin? I think it is. And a hedgehog. Oh, bunnies. So birds. I kind of thought the bird was cute. So I went birds. Oh, I think I already did that one. I better do a different one. Oh, how about dolphins? So dolphins, okay. It's highlighted, so that's what it's going to select. So, okay. And then pink. I'm just picking a color I haven't used yet. So I'm not going to pick this pale pink. I'm going to pick like more like a fuchsia pink. Okay. Then fill bucket. So right here's my fill bucket. Click in the area between the two rectangles to fill it. I want to go back. I don't want to leave it on dolphins. But so I just wanted to show you how to use these custom fills. Okay, but one thing I would, well, one, I want to take it to the next step, but I'm going to go back and use a fill that's built on the machine. So I am going to go to next, because I cannot see these dolphins. Well, I kind of see one here, but I feel like in this small area, I need to go down smaller. So I'm going to click on the 100% and go down. I was playing with it and it didn't seem to make any difference until I went down to 75. And I just want to see if I can see more dolphins. Let's zoom in and pan and see if we can see more dolphins. So there I can see dolphins. So maybe I would even want it even a little smaller. So let's go down to 70. Okay. And look at it again. Oh, I do. I can see more dolphins. So that's it. Okay. So I'm just going to go back to 100. All right. I am going to go to, and go back to fancy fills. So I'm going to back to my fills, press the select button this time, and built in. Go back to the built in and pick one of my favorites. I always go to 001. I really like that one. Oh, this one has like houses and hearts and pretty things. There's really neat just beautiful fancy fills built on your machine. So you pick the one you like, whatever you like. Like, let's say I like, well, I'm going to go back to the one I'm always doing. I'm going to go back to the leaves. And then, but I do like this one too, 013. Maybe I'll try that one. 013 and okay. But I have it on the pink. That's good. Okay. And it's going to change it to my font. So you're not, once you've done this, you can keep going back a bunch of times until you like what you see. So let's go to 100%. Let's go down to, I'll try 75. The closer together you make it, the longer it's going to take to sew out. So that looks pretty good, I think. So you decide what you like. I'm going to leave mine at 75. Now, here's the other thing. Right now, it's going to stop to cut the jump stitches on every single one of these ends. So go in, and if your outline says off, click on it and turn it on. I want you to watch right here when I turn it on. And now you're going to see, oh, I have to press OK. On and OK. And now you're going to see a line. So it's going to sew out much faster because it's not going to stop and cut and stop and cut. So I always like to turn that outline on. So now we're on step 86. So set and then OK. Add. So I'm going to look at my front page. Okay, add. I need to finish this edge. So right now it's a raw edge. I've trimmed it with my scissors, a raw edge, and I want to cover it with stitches. So, and I just, okay, I'm on 88, right? Okay, oh yeah, okay. So that's it. I'm on 88. So I'm going to go add my design center or IQ designer, pocket with the arrow pointing out, the green rectangle, because that's my inner rectangle. Okay. Line properties. So line properties is you're telling it how you want it to sew that line out. And I love the candle wicking. So I'm going to select candle wicking. I haven't used orange. I'm going to go use orange. Then okay. Click on the line. Oh, then line bucket. Step 97, line bucket. Click on the line to turn it orange. Then next. And it's going to show you your candle wicking. Okay. Now the default is 0.160. And long ago we decided we didn't like that size. So, but the first thing I want you to change is the spacing. Because, okay, I'm going to zoom in right now to show you why I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to pan. Look at this corner. Maybe I'll bring that up to 400 so you can really see. See, the candle wicking isn't at the corner. So first thing I need to do, because if I change my size of my candle wicking, then I change my spacing, I'm going to throw it off. I want a candle wicking right in that corner. So first thing I'm going to go in is change the spacing. So this is the one that starts out at 0.040. And I went down to 0.012. I don't know why I was worried about how close together. They never overlap. So I could even go down closer and then I'm sure to cover that raw edge. But let's do 0.12 and say, okay, let it think a minute. And okay, now I'm going to go in. Okay, so let's see it. I want to see it at even one smaller, 0.08. It's just going to take it longer to sew out. I think I kind of like that one. So I told you to put on the paper 0.012. I'm thinking I'm liking it at 0.008. Now I'm going to go, oh, and look at that. When I change the spacing, my candle wicking is at the corner now. So if I was at 0.12, oh, but you know it's going to probably throw it off. Okay, we're going to get our spacing where we want it. I'll do the 0.12. Now I'm going to go in and change the size and I'm going to check it. So we seem to like it bigger. So here I am at 0.184. Okay. No good. See how my candle wicking isn't at the corner? So I need to go up and make it a little bigger. So 196. Let's see if it's good there. No. Okay. Then I'm at 2. Okay. Just went up by 1. There. It's at the corner. Okay, so I'm good. All right. And remember, I'm zoomed in 400%. Let's go out to 100 and we're looking good. All right. So it's gonna cover the edge and I'm gonna get my cute candle wicking stitches and everything. Okay. Now set. So we like what we see, so we're gonna set it. Okay. Now I need my next step. So my next step is H, and that's the tack down for the backing. So what I'm going to do is take 2 pieces of fabric and fold them in half. I'll show you. And you know, I didn't put dimensions down because I'm thinking everybody has panels like this at home where it has smaller blocks and we don't know what to do with them. So I want you to pull out those panels. I should have had a bunch of them. I should have had a bunch of them ready to sell them. Well, I'll do that next week. Okay. So here I am at, okay, so now I need to add. Okay, so I said okay, and guess what? I didn't put the word add. So at 107, I should, or let's say at 106, I have okay, and then the next button I should have pressed was add. Okay, so I just wrote it right there, and I'll type that in. Add, and then, oh, IQ Designer. Oh, I'm missing a lot. Okay, so my design center. Okay, I'm going to put that IQ. And then pocket. See, I got all excited that I was ready. So I wasn't ready. Pocket with the arrow pointing out. Find the biggest rectangle, which our biggest rectangle is the blue rectangle. And then okay. No, I didn't need to do that. No. Let me go back. Okay, and you can go back. Okay, so cancel. Okay. Return. Doesn't it feel like this is, I'm going to lose everything? No, return. It's still there. So I was okay. So step number 107 was find the biggest blue rectangle and click on it. See, I'm so forgetful. So I think this is it right here, the blue. Yes, it says blue right under it. So I clicked on it. Okay, then edit, copy it. I want another one. So copy it, but see how it's offset? So what do I need to do? I need to go move and press the center button. And then, okay. I've got everything there. memory, save on the machine. Now, just to be sure, let's check it, right? So we are going to go to, like, if I press edit, will that close up? Okay, so it's showing me all the steps. So the first step, and I'm going to go back to my page, the first page. So my first step was the tack down for the batting, and that was the green square. My second step was placement line for the inside opening. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. I'm not at the top. Okay, so tack down for the batting was the biggest one. You know, maybe I think if I go into embroidery, this is going to be easier to see. There we go. I'm going to click on plus minus. Okay, so there is my tack down for the batting. So I'm going to tack it down, then I'm going to trim off the excess. Next step is going to be a green, and it's going to be the placement line for the inside opening. I'm going to have to carefully lay my panel down on top of it and then tack that down, which will be another green rectangle. And then I'm going to lay my fabric on top, which will be another green rectangle. Then I want to tack down the outside of the square. So I just did my tack downs for the inside, and that will be the big blue. All right. So I'm doing good. Okay. Tack down for outer border. The next step should be the candle wicking, and I've got it. No, not candle wicking, but fancy fill. The next step should be the candle wicking. I'm good. And then the next step should be the blue rectangle. And then we are ready to sew. So I am going to, okay, so I am going to go to 0, all right, and press OK. So 0, so it's 16,000 stitches. That's kind of good. It'll give me plenty of time to show you all the fancy fills that you can buy as extras for you can buy them for the Luminaire and the Solaris, I think Luminaire 3 and Solaris Vision. Okay, so I'm looking up there and I see 9.48. So I just wanted to show you this. Tommy says this is what makes it hard in digitizing, is that, see, I have my 9.5 by 9.5 hoop in. And so I'm going to slide that in, and it says change to a larger embroidery frame. Why is that? He said it's really not 9.5 by 9.5. He said that's what throws him. He's used to it now, but so we need the bigger. So I had to put in my so I guess I have a 10.5 by 10.5. So this is telling me that if you have Altair, Meridian, or Stellaire, you're going to have to do this a little bit smaller. Because, see, we thought the 9.5. So you better go down, for your outer border, or put your biggest hoop in, I guess. That's what you could do. Instead of using your 9.5 by 9.5 hoop, you could do it in your 9.5 by 14 hoop. So you'll be able to still use these dimensions. It's just you're going to have to use a bigger hoop. So the carriage of the embroidery unit will move. I'll say, okay. All right. So the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to tack down my batting, and I'm using this heavyweight fusible fleece, and I want you to have the fusible side facing up. How do I know where to position it? Well, I could have sewn step 1 and just laid it on top, but I like you to use your projector. So I'm going to turn on my projector, and I think they want to stay at the screen, and then we'll go over to projector. Okay, so there's my projector, but I can't see anything here. So I'm going to touch my projector on the screen. I'm going to move it up to this corner, and I can see I'm good there. Okay, I'm good there. I can see. And Kate figured out how to, is it looking like a rainbow, Kate?
It is, but I just need like one second.
Okay. She figured out how to fix it. That's wonderful. Okay. So awesome. So while it's doing that, while you're figuring out, don't even worry. While it's figuring out, I'm going to touch my screen and move it over to the other side. Oop, I didn't move it far enough to see. And I'm good. So I've got enough there. Okay. And then I'm going to take my projector and move it down. Oh, and guess what happened to me earlier today? My hoop hit the wall. So make sure that your machine is pulled away from the wall. And I'm good. See, I can see where it's going to sew. So I'm good. I'm going to touch my projector again and move it around. Uh-oh, nope, I'm not good here. I'm going to have to tilt it a little bit. I better check it again. Let's check it if you don't have the Luminaire or the Solaris, okay? So what I'll do there is okay, I'll press okay, and I want to press my W plus button so the light shines. So Kate, a lot of people don't know where that button is, so I might want you to change to, yeah, right there. There's the button. So it says W plus. That's the button you press to turn on that beam of light. Now look at my beam there. It's white. So I'm going to go up to settings and I'm going to look for the screen where I can change the color. I'm okay with white. Embroidery foot with LED. Oh no, that's an adjustment. I don't want that one. Okay. I know there's a place where you can change the color of that dot. Right? I think so. Somebody probably has this off by heart. Needle position, echo mode, pattern, pointer color right here. Pointer color, go there. And I think I want red. And then okay. Now it's turned off, so I have to go and turn it back on again. And there it is. You probably can't see it. It's just a teeny tiny dot. So what I'm going to do from here, so stay on the screen because I'm going to press this button. It's the needle with a plus sign below it and a square. So I'm going to press that one. And then I'm going to go upper left. I'm good there, barely, but I'm okay. See, I cut this before checking. So I'm okay there. I'm going to go lower right. And I'm good. Didn't hit the wall. I'm good. There, I'm good. So I'm good. So I'm going to say, okay. All right, so I'm ready to tack down. I have purple thread in because my little square I did, I don't know where you want me to hold it. I saw the purple and I thought, oh, it looked cute to have purple. Okay, so I'm gonna just press my start button to tack down. It's gonna go up there. Now, I did not cut my fabric to do my border, so I'm going to run and get that. I did not shape flex this because the fusible fleece is going to, give it, tack it down and I'll be able to iron it to it. So I really don't feel like I need the shape flex. I should be right here with this, making sure that I don't get a bubble, but it looks like I'm going to be okay. Now here comes the hard part, is positioning the panel. So you can do that with your projector or with your needle beam. So first thing though, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to trim off the excess batting. This is my first time doing it Tommy's way, which is also the way Kimberbell does it. They always put their batting in a little bit smaller than the fabric, so it turns easier and your points look better. Okay, and I have applique scissors here. And I'm going to just slide it out here. I don't know whether I'll be able to turn it. I was hoping. Now, if I want to make it think I need to change the bobbin, and then it would, but here, we'll just go here. And so I shouldn't do it here. I should be up on a flat surface, but I'm always in a hurry. So I want to use the applique scissors like this because that duckbill will prevent me from snipping my my no-show underneath. You don't want to put a hole in that. And here, and so So I really do want to be on a flat surface, but I'm just trying to save time. I should have Kathy or Steve here. They are the fastest trimmers in the world. And I like the applique scissors. If I use my squeezy snips at this point, um, I keep jabbing the fusible fleece. Even with the applique scissors, I'm jabbing it. But with the squeezy snips, now see, I didn't trim very close there, but I'm hoping I made this inner square small enough. Oh, I'm gonna have to trim. So see, I need to go slow when I do it. So I'm just trying to trim. And it doesn't matter at this point if you snip your threads, trying to trim really close. That's fine to snip your threads because there's going to be, other fabrics going on top and everything. So that means you've trimmed nice and close. So that might be a good thing to snip it. So I'm just trying to pull on it. And keep my hands away so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm sitting like 18 inches away. That's what we were saying last night when we were doing the filming because the screen kept flashing at us. We were there. Oh man, if they only knew what we could see from this side. Because at one point, National Geographic came on. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's what it does sometimes.
Yes. So here, okay. So there I have, okay. So my next step is it's going to do one of the green squares. So I need this placement line to check it. So I'm going to sew it.
Ruthie Ann said that Kimberbell came out with left-handed applique scissors.
Oh, they did? Okay. Our Kathleen will like that. She's a lefty, and she's always looking for left-handed things. Now, I didn't bother trimming close, but I should have gone back and trimmed. Maybe while it's sewing, I can get my squeezy snips out. I forgot those. How could you ever forget squeezy snips? So, oh, I know. I was trying to clean up, and I bet there's a pair in here. I'm just under the table here. Okay, here we go. All right, good. Thank you. Okay. Now I need to get this. So now, really, you know what I'm thinking? Once I get it positioned, I can't iron it yet. Okay. So I wanted to make sure it's in the black the whole way around. I can't go back. I have to go back to 0 to put my projector on. Let's see if I can select that red dot again. And I think it's on. It's hard to see. I bet the camera will have a hard time seeing it. But there's upper right corner. Okay, so I can see it. I wonder if I have a different shape that would come up better. Let's just look. Because, okay, other foot down, embroidery height. Let's see. I forget what page I was on. 12, 13, no. I'm looking there. Here, pointer shape. I wonder if I did a T. Would that make it easier? And, okay, I got to turn it on again. Oh, that is definitely easier to see for me. Okay, I don't know whether but definitely. So I changed my pointer shape. I mean, it's amazing all the things that are in your settings. So here, I'm just going to lay it right there and then press my plus minus button. Okay, and then just plus by 10 stitches at a time. Oh, this is good. I'll be able to see if I'm going crooked. So I do like that T shape. I'm kind of getting close over here. Oh, I keep bumping the camera. I hope that's okay. Okay, and there. Oop, go back. Go back some. Make sure. Okay. So I have like a good 1/4 inch at the bottom. So I'm just double checking. I could peek underneath. Oh, let me go back 10. and plus up. Oh, I think I'm coming too close on that side, aren't I? So I think on this side, so I'll have to go around again. So this side, and you know what? I could peek under and I can see where it is. Oh, and so it's about right there. Looks good. So I'm looking for an even amount of space on this side and this side. I think that looks good. Maybe I'll tape that. So I have my paper tape here. I may have to pull it up, so I'm not going to tape it real hard. I'll just, okay. And I'm going to pull it out and check it. Check the other side. And this is what we had to do with the Star of Wonder designs too. So there to there, that's looking pretty even right there. Okay, I'm going to double check it. I'm going to put another piece of tape. Now I could have gone back to 0 and checked it with the projector and just advanced back to this step. So I'm just going to give it the tape and then here. Okay, so I am leaving off at step 3. Okay, so I need to go back to 0 in order to turn on my projector. So I'm going to go to 0. So let me just show you where I was. So I was at this, I call it the plus minus button. Plus minus. I'm going to go back to 0, press OK. Now I can press the projector and I can check it there. So I won't have to do this for any other part of it. Okay, there's my projector. It's right in the middle, so it's like you can't really see anything. I'm going to take it up to the corner. Okay, now it's kind of hard to see. Let's see the background color. Okay, let's go black. Is that making it any easier to see? No. How about gray? No. White, yeah. So I can see, look at this, my H. It looks like my H is going to be under. Let's double check that. So my H is going to be under the candle wicking. Let's take it all the way over to the E. And it's going to, so I think I'm just going to leave it there. It's even, so I think I'm good. I'm going to take it down. Remember how hard things like this were to do? Oh, now let me just check this though. So there's my candle wicking. My candle wicking is in the black, so I'm good. Okay, go over here. Double check that side. And I think I'm good. So I think I'm good. So remember we were in step 3. So I just pressed OK. Now I'm going to go plus minus and go to 3. So I'm on step 2. Here's step 3. I'm ready to sew. So I'm just going to smooth it. At this point, I would probably iron it, but I'm going to skip that step. But if you ironed it, it would be even better. So this one is home is where the heart is. On this one, I don't need to trim the fabric. We can do that at the end. It'll just make that border a little nicer. So, okay, so this is just tacking down. Oh, that reminds me, I got to get my fabric for, and I was going to use a print, and I'm hoping that the purple thread is going to show up. That's what I'm hoping for. So I think I'll just go here. Hopefully, I'm just eye judging it. I should have measured. So there, I'll just go here. Okay. Now my next step is to tack down the fabric. Okay. So I want to make sure that, oh no, I didn't do it good, did I? I mean, maybe. Is this another time where I'm going to have to check it? Maybe. It's going to do the center. Okay, so I should have measured and cut, but we're going to take our chances. I think I am going to go back to 0 again and double check it. We got the projector, why not use it? Okay, go back to 0, say okay, turn on the projector. And I think I'm going to also turn on my iron too. Okay, here, so I'm good. Okay, my fabric is big enough. Let's go over to the other side. My fabric's big enough. Okay, I think I'm safe. There, yeah. So that's all I'm checking. Is my fabric big enough? Because right now I don't have that. I don't have a placement line. Well, I guess I do. I guess I do because I have the tack down for the batting. So I didn't really need to do that. So okay. Now again, I'm going to go plus minus, and this time advance up. So there's step 2, step 3, step 4 is the tack down. So I'm just going to smooth it. And so, and because I didn't iron it, I'm going to stay with it and try to smooth out those bubbles as it goes. I'm going to go up to the top corner up here. Hold on to it. It's going to go around twice. There. So probably a plainer fabric would have shown off my fancy fills better, but we'll wait and see. I'm hoping that purple color will still show up. Okay, so the next one is the blue, and I can see where my so it's the blue rectangle, and I can see right where my needle went, so I know where it's going to sew next. And I'm going to hold it to smooth it while it goes. I have so many more. I wanted to start out with something really easy, but I have so many things that I have screenshotted. So how do I get ideas? Well, I'm always looking at embroidery designs now. Like I would love to create like a little wallet. I've never done that. But there's so many neat things to do for pillows, and pillows are so popular. This machine is sewing out really nice. Now I don't. It's a Luminaire, and it was traded in to get the new Avenir, and so Steve and John are giving really good deals on these. So if you're interested, give them a call 412-344-2330. Option 2 takes you right to Steve and John, and they can talk to you about what you have now and the features of this machine. You can come in and see it, make an appointment. Okay, so now the next step is the fancy fill. So I'm ready to sew that. So I'm just going to press start, and I'm hoping that this shows up. I'm thinking it's going to, even though there's a pattern underneath it. I didn't trim away my top fabric. I'm going to do that next after it does the fancy fill. Oh, yeah, you can see the fancy fill. So I'm good. All right. So maybe we'll show them things to buy. And now, you know what? I was staying away from all those panels. Like Moda always does panels where they give you 6-inch squares, and it's like, what do you do with it? I don't know what to do with it. Now we know what to do with them. So now I'm going to be on the lookout for them. So I have to remember, I have this piece of fabric ready, and I have to remember to put the ribbon in before I sew the two pieces together. So, okay, so we have for a mouse pad, I always use an 8.5 by 8.5 wool mat. You know what I found is mouse pads are $10, and this is right around $10, right? And it's got a dual purpose, so I can use it to iron with. We are crazy about these wool mats. You've got to get, if you don't have one, you have to get one. I would say get a bigger one than this one first, but rather than pay $10 for a mouse pad, I thought I'd rather have something I could use. So Okay, now the next, we have the mouse. So if you own, I'm going to unplug it. Oh, I thought it would stop when I unplugged it. So this wired mouse is really good for Solaris, Luminaire, Stellaire, Altair, Meridian, Destiny. You need a wired mouse. It also will work on the Avenir and the Radiance. So it will work on all the machines. So any baby lock machine, any brother machine that has IQ Designer, My Design Center, it uh, so it'll work on there. Now for the Avenir and the Radiance, you can use a wireless mouse, but we'll get to that when we get our. So we were sent an email today saying the 1.03 upgrade was almost ready, and they even gave us links and everything. So I feel like, oh, baby news, Judy. So no baby yet. She had one full day where she had contractions, and no baby yet. And today she's not feeling anything. So it's nothing yet. And I'm giving lessons, I think, on the Avenir and Radiance next week to a bunch of people. And so I told Steve, go ahead and plan them. Go ahead and plan them. This baby isn't due till the 31st. So she's hoping she goes early. So I'm hoping she goes early. So yeah, my suitcase is packed so I can go running and help them with the kids. So that'll be just really fun. And to see them meet their new brother, I'm hoping I get to be there for that because that's always really, really sweet. So, yes. So, okay. So we got the wool pressing mat. Then we have the fancy fills. And I like have the boxes, but like there's no, well, I might as well just, okay. So now, but Kate, you have never seen what you're going to get with these. So this one is, so show us the pictures of that one. What?
So this is just the Sandra Shaw collection number 1.
Collection number 1. So this is it right here. So this is the outside of the package. Maybe I should show them. So remember, this works on Solaris and Luminaire. Okay. So you can add more fills. I think you have to have all the upgrades in order to. We're coming back. Okay. I was all excited. Yeah, wait, just wait. Okay. Ladybugs up in the corner. So daisies, ladybugs, roses. Brothers. Okay. All right. Now, what one do you have next? I'll go check my. Oh, it's showing up. Oh my goodness, that's great. Okay. All right, and that one is so the next one is another Zandra Shaw.
The one that we're using on the machine.
Oh, okay. And what I do with the box right here. Okay, so this one is pretty much brand new. It just came out in August. And this is another Xandra Shaw. You have to show us the pictures. So I show the cover just so if you already have it, you'll know, oh no, I have that one. Because you really, there's decorative stitches, really pretty decorative stitches. So, okay. We lose you. She shows that it's, oh,
I
did,
added it back
oh, now you can, okay, let's see.
in. It's just whenever I made
Switch.
separate scenes for each of them to make it easier, and I forgot to add sound to each of them.
Okay,
So
so
it takes
now
me a
the
second,
sound's
but
on.
I'll add
Okay, she's getting it. It's our first time. Okay, so you couldn't hear what I said, but that one was really cute. It was you saw the pictures, so that was really cute. So that was this one with this big flower on the front. Okay, Mm, it's still sewing.
I got it figured out.
Yeah, Tommy came over to tell her there was no sound, but she knew. Now she knows. Yes. Yeah, they did. They beat you to it, Tommy. Oh, so you were listening. Tommy was listening to us. Oh my. You know, he's the boss here now. I don't want to be the boss anymore. I don't want to. You know, I say that's the hardest part of running a business is is getting the employees to do what they're supposed to do. Yeah. When you're not looking. Yeah. So Tommy has to do that now. Okay. Now what one do we have?
The Carly Porter,
Which
the one that should be on
this
top
one
there.
right here? Okay. So this one shows a tote bag on the front. And this one, I forget the name of the person. The name, it is Carly Porter. Don't know anything about her. Does anybody recognize her name? But and she shows these in squares, but they're the normal fancy fills. But yeah, that's a really good idea is to do squares of them and make them, yeah.
We're gonna lose sound for like a second.
Okay, we're gonna lose sound for a second. And that's one of the new ones. So those of you that got the Radiance limited edition, you got the four newest design sets. So, okay, next one. Oh, wait, is this the one you're showing next? Okay, so this one is Evie Hawkins. I refer to her, she has her own line of embroidery designs. It is called A Bit of Stitch. That's her business name. And that's because when her grandmother was teaching her how to hand sew, she wanted her to take a little stitch, and she always called it a bit of stitch, just a little bit of stitch. So, okay, so let's see what that one is because I've never seen. Girls and roses and flowers, and there's the mushrooms, so maybe woodland creatures. Oh, look at the seahorses and shells, I like that one. And mermaids, and there's another sunbonnet girl, and baskets with flowers. The kittens is really cute. Bunnies, more bunnies. Oh, a teapot. Is that the teapot's coming? So ocean animals, turtles and dolphins. And what are those? Oh, more birds, birds on branches and hearts. And it says love. It says love, Love. The O is a heart. And look at the cute stitches, cats in a row. We gotta play with these more. Okay, so that one is Evie Hawkins. Some of you may have remembered we had her as a guest speaker, and she has her own language, just like that, a bit of stitch. So yes. Okay. Now, oh, so you have
Like the GE.
the G
It should be the one here.
right here, right here. See, I've never ever seen these. So this one shows a quilt on the front. Okay, a quilt on the front. Oh, look what's pictured in there. The Vogue sewing book. We all had that book. Oh, does it sound like it's done? Okay. Let's oh, maybe? Yes, it is. Okay. All right. So, okay, when I'm cutting my fabric, so it was 9.5. Okay, so I need to make them overlap. So I need to cut each piece, and I just like to double it because then I don't have to think very much. Patty Underwood, which I know she's watching, she doesn't do that. Because she doesn't want to waste the fabric. I think she's trying to make her fabric stretch. So here I've got it on, maybe I'll put it on 10. I hear them packing up something out there. Okay, so I want to go, let's measure from here. So there's 12. So, like, I want to fold it in half and have it. So, I want it to be half of it's 9.5. So, half of that is 4.5, 4 3/4, but I want it to overlap a little bit. So, maybe 6 inch. So, yeah. So, I'm going to cut each one of these 12 inches. Okay, so I'm going to fold it in half. It's going to be 6 inches, so it's going to overlap a little bit. Okay, so I got to find my rotary cutter. There it is. Okay, there. Okay. There. And now I normally iron this, but oh, my iron isn't even plugged in. And I don't want to waste the time. So, are we doing okay on time? These lessons always end up okay. So we're doing okay. 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 So so now stay up there because I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to get my squeezy snips and I'm going to snip away the inner. Okay. So I want to make sure I don't catch that panel underneath. So I just want to catch just a little bit and snip and just get that tip under until I know for sure that I'm only catching a little bit. Okay, I'm a little worried here. Let's see, because it's black. Let me make sure. No, I think I'm okay. So when it bends back, I'm not seeing the black fabric. I'm not seeing it on the wrong side. I can see it underneath. So I can trim. And I'm trying to trim really close and nice and neat, really as close as I possibly can, because my candle wicking stitch has to cover it. Oh, it didn't look like I did very good at all, though. Okay, I get really close there. I'm trying to go fast, and I'm not a fast cutter. But I think, we went up to what, 0.200 for our candle wicking stitch. So it's going to be a nice big candle wicking stitch, and it'll cover up. This fabric is getting some frayed. See, I'm not used to that because usually I hot fix my appliques, and there's no hot fix on here. So it's okay. I think on this particular one, I thought I checked all of them, but I mustn't have checked this one. And that width I selected was fine. So I think on doing this one particular one, I would have gone a little wider because my candle wicking might cover the little bit of the H. Now, what I like to do too is just keep going back and clean it up. If I didn't cut it good, like I've got a chunk right here, I'll cut it. And it's kind of nice at this point too to have a lint brush right here. And there. So I'm seeing some frayed pieces. I want to try to get rid of those. Frayed edges. So tonight I'm gonna, that's what I do for fun is I look at fabric at night, but I want to finalize the fabric for our spring event. It's we talked about it last night. It's going to be May 20th and 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th and 25th. And I want to, just make double check that I'm ordering the best fabric out on the market. So, all right. Okay. So I like what I see. I'm going to take it and put it back into the machine and press start. And let's see what it's going to do. It's going to do the candle wicking. Okay. So I'm just going to slide it in and then come back. Okay. There and start. So I'm just going to stay with it 1 second and just see if, yeah, it's good. Steve likes the candle wicking stitch even bigger. Like he never selects it less than 0.225. Don't forget the ribbons. Patty, thank you for reminding me. I had them cut over here. So I'll have to, okay, I'm going to lay it right here. Okay, the ribbon. Okay, that'll be the final step. I'll put the ribbons on, then I'll sew the backing on. So, okay. All right, where'd we leave off? So, okay. Okay, so first, let's start with the radiance one. Okay, so those of you that have the radiance, and it's so exciting that we're getting close to the date. So, okay, but the radiance does not come with operating manuals, and I just find it so much easier to read about. Remember, I said I was going to try to read the IQ Designer instructions because I'm thinking they must have changed something on IQ Designer. Because why else would it be taking so long to give us IQ Designer? So I got to find it. Basic embroidery, no. Advanced embroidery, picture play, applique, quilting, connection. IQ Designer, Chapter 6, page 227. So you can sit there and read it. So this is your operating manual. It is spiral bound. And yeah, I didn't think of that. I'm sure there's some new things. What is that? I'm going to read this and I'll let you see if I can find any scoop on the new things. But it's spiral bound. It's really nice. And so you will get the instruction, and they call it instruction and reference guide, and then the embroidery design guide. These machines are built with the most beautiful fonts, beautiful embroidery designs. Look at these. They're incredible, incredibly beautiful designs, and you really don't know it because you don't dive into them. But if you have it in a book, it is so much better. So our printer, it has been printing them, and And look at the quilting designs. So really neat things, like you could do a quilt block with this one, this one. Look at the feathers. So really, really neat things. But like I said, you don't even know what you have. You don't even know what you have until you get this book. There's all the different big fonts. So all of that is in there. So, okay. Now, what one do we have next? I think I have right here the Solaris. Okay, so let me grab that one out. Okay. Okay, and there is, so the next one is Solaris. Let me find the other one. Let's see. Oops. Over here. Okay. And Solaris. So same thing with the Solaris. There is a instruction and reference guide, embroidery, instruction and reference guide, sewing. Oh, and then there's also an embroidery design guide. Yes, so that you will also get that, the embroidery design guide. Okay, so that one's Solaris. And we went with the Vision because the Vision, you even if you have a Solaris, if you have the upgrades, it will have the instructions for all the upgrades in it too. Okay, and then the other one, I don't have this one. We it was requested last night, and so I sent a message to the printer that's doing them for us, and I ordered them. And he texted me right then and there, and he said, "Are you sure you want the?" Because I think I ordered 5. I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "I'm going to print tonight, and I'll ship them to you tomorrow." So the luminaires are on their way. So same thing, Operation Manual Sewing, Operation Manual Embroidery. Okay. All right. And then the next item.
We were going out of order.
Yeah, that's okay. You tell me, and then. Yeah, this is really good. I'll show you mine. Mine's all, here's mine. Because this shows you how much I've used it. See, I've used it and used it and used it. And oh, Patty's on. She comes in and helps me. And there are, she's used and used hers. Yours look this bad, Patty, or is yours in better shape? So, I take mine to and from home, and but yours will be nice and new. So, a mastering IQ designer, I think they said there's 21 projects in here, but really it's what they're teaching you. You end up doing their project, and then you kind of have the knowledge to go and make it your own, and so do what you want. My Cat Patty's is a mess too. Yes. So, yeah, okay. So that's mastering IQ designer. Oh, yes. So, No Show is the stabilizer that I used, and this is the best way to buy it. You get the most for your money. It is 20 inches by 25 yards. I always hold it up so you can see just how much is on there, but it's from Dime. They put our logo on it, but Dime makes it, and I say Dime wrote the book on embroidery. She was doing commercial embroidery way before we had machines that would do it. So. All right. And then what was the, oh, the fusible fleece. So apparently this heavyweight fusible fleece is hard to get, which makes me happy because you have to buy it from us then. Hey, how about Joanne Fabrics? Has anybody got the scoop on that? I heard that they filed for bankruptcy again in twice in 1 year, which I didn't think that was allowed. So if anybody gets the scoop on what's going on, I get these retail reports, and it was headline news. It even made national news that Joanne Fabrics was filing because they said it's the first chain of the new year to announce a bankruptcy. So we thought Big Lots was going, but somebody bought Big Lots. And I think there was another company, but somebody bought them. So, yeah, okay. So let's see. Okay. And now, okay, I have to put okay, I'm going to get my tape and get my ribbon. And here's my tape. Okay, so, and you'll all, with our kit, I guess we should put our kit up because with the kit, you're going to get this ribbon and it is really cute. So,
no kits left. Do you want me to add more?
yeah, because I ordered more of the fabric. And then I don't know, I was going to go about right here and tape it. I judge it, but easiest way to eye judge it is kind of go right along here and then do that on both sides. But of course, it flips open. So I got to have my tape ready. Easier said than done. Here we go. So this could be Kathy's. She has the whole weekend off because of, I guess she's a government employee, and I guess the inauguration. They just had off for President Carter's funeral, and they have off for the inauguration. But it might be her last weekend as a mother of 3, and she'll be a mother of 4. So our Big Lots has closing signs. So maybe they didn't get saved. I don't know. You know how things change. Yeah. Ad just came out. So is that Big Lots, the ad, or was that Joann's? Joanne, the girl told me she only thinks only 6 stores are closing and Monroeville is staying open. Okay. So you never know what's going on. We're all wondering about Rite Aid. I'm just eye judging that. I could measure, but I'm always in a hurry. And again, I didn't have my tape ready. Getting fuzz all over me. Okay, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The Joann's in Williamsport. Big Lots, Zanesville. Joann's closed a year ago. Wow. Even we say our in-store traffic is generated by these shows. So people come in because they saw things they wanted. Now see that one I'm putting in a little crooked, so I better fix that. And so if we weren't doing these online, I don't know how retailers are making it. And we have so much fun with this. So it's keeping all of us really, really busy, which that makes us happy. Okay, now I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, I'm going to put the folded edge towards the center, making sure this underneath doesn't slip. Okay, I'm going to line it up with these 2 notches and then go up just a little bit because I want it to overlap. And feels like I'm going to get a good 1/2 inch seam allowance there. And here's another time where I like having the paper tape on there. So I kind of got mixed up at the end. See, I always get mixed up. I was going to go, remember I was thinking I'd want to go to back to IQ Designer to do the following step, and I didn't need to. All I needed to do was select that blue rectangle and make a copy of it. So that just makes the steps a little easier. And then here, go this way on this one. And normally I would have that pressed. And I think we'll go, and I think I'll be overlapping enough here. Okay, and I have no idea which direction it's going to sew. It seems like they've been sewing down in this direction, so I am going to tape it. I'm going to stay right with it, though, because this is when it could crash, right? All right, so I'm going to go here. I'm getting dangerously low on my bobbin thread. I think I'm going to make it. Oops. Oh, I'm getting caught here. All right. Grab my chair. Okay. And like I said, I would normally have this pressed, so I wouldn't have to be so careful with it. It feels like it's going to go down first. Yeah. So I'm really safe on this side. By taping it, things don't shift. I'm kind of danger zone on this side. So right before I get to that bump, I'll stop. Then I'll hold this in and just let it. I just want to make sure that my foot doesn't get caught under it. And I'm safe now. I can release it and let it go full speed. So I do have a 9014 embroidery needle. And it's going to go around twice, but I'm going to be safe. Once you've sewn it once, your foot isn't going to get caught underneath. Or at least it hasn't happened to me. So again, we put the little ribbons in. So mine, I'm going to hang it up. But you could also turn it into a pillow. Just leave the ribbons out. And just put a little pillow form in. And you've got a little pillow. I think it's coming to the end. Then we'll go back up to the table. Let it. Okay. And it's saying finished embroidering. Let's turn. Okay. And here. Pop it out of the hoops. I've got the latch on this one. Pop it out of the hoop and then we'll trim. So I'm just going to use scissors to do it. I'm going to trim it down to like a 1/4 inch. And give it an extra trim at the corners. Not too close because you don't want to poke through. And trim. So I think that our kit is kind of neat. If you want to try this, I'm going to go searching for more panels that I can turn into these. So here on this corner, we're just going to snip it a little bit extra off. Maybe even angle it a little bit. Then you won't be so hard to poke out the corners. And here. There. And give it a little extra trim. And here I got another corner. And there. Now I can turn. I'll just get my finger in there deep. I still have that tape on. Maybe I can get that tape off. Well, I could do that later. All right. It's looking good. I should have a turning tool. Let's hope so. Oh, that is looking really cute. Okay. And yes, I do. My favorite turning tool. Oh, we should have put everybody has to have this. Let's just make sure. This is the RNK turning tool. That's my favorite. I don't know it. I think it's just the length of it. It's a little longer than the other ones that are out on the market. So when I iron, I'm going to pull this to the back a little bit. Oh, it's looking really cute. Okay. Poke that one through. And this one. Give it a good press. And we're ready to hang it. Now you could seal this shut. But we always say we leave them open, like give it as a gift, and you could put like a gift card inside it as part of the gift. There. Okay. So I'll just give it a good pressing, and maybe on Monday I will show you the results. Okay, I think we're good, right? We're good for the day. All right. Oh, where's your daughter? What a fire watch. Where's your daughter now, Sharon? Oh, wow. Okay, look at how cute. All right. I think it's adorable, isn't it? Wouldn't that make the cutest present? Home is where the heart is. So I just love this panel. Maybe, so you got the panel in. Okay. And then we have the whole kit, which gives you more fabric, and you'll also get the ribbon too. So whatever way you want to get it. And I'm gonna go, I'll go check and I can get the more panels on order right now. So, but I did check them yesterday and they had more because these are really cute sayings. So, in our home, let love abide and bless all those who step inside. I love that one. So look at here, I just pulled out the purple here and did my stitching in the purple. I can still see my fancy fill. So I kind of like that with the printed fabric under. I think if I didn't have the print, it wouldn't look as cute, right? All right, everybody. Oh, it's on wait list. I'll go take care of that right now. So remember, there's still, there was something about the whole weekend that he was letting them place orders. And if they hit 75, yeah, Steve. Yeah, I think that's it. If you hit 75 yesterday, right? Didn't he do something where if they hit $75 between today and yes, that he was going to let them go for 5 days? They could keep adding, you keep placing orders, and you'll get free shipping. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the next 5 days.
Next 5 days. Okay. Perfect. All right. Okay. Don't worry. I will get more, Pat Dunn. I will get more. I'm going to go do it right now. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much. I love this. You'll be able to use. I would have made my candle wicking stitch bigger. So I think I'm with Steve. I was 0.200 and I think I'd rather have 0.25. I'm going to sew another one with the 0.25 and I think I'm going to like it better. Because see how I can kind of see that edge of the fabric? And if my candle wicking was a little wider, it would have covered that. And even closer together, right? But you know now, make your candle wicking closer together and do at least a 0.25, at least, maybe even bigger. Okay? I love it too. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to go get more of the fabric on order. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you on Monday, right? Monday at 3. New fabrics have come in, and we're going to find some more bargains. So see you on Monday at 3 o'clock. Bye-bye. Unless a baby comes, but then somebody else will be here. So.